Dr. Schneider, thank you for coming here with us today.
My pleasure.
Which aspect has changed the most in the life of Berliners in recent years?
Yeah, the most important is the city has the double size. It always has been a big city. Berlin is vast, it had an enormous extension, and now it's even vaster than it has ever been. This is, of course, an enormous change, which you couldn't name in any other city, but even more important than that is the sense of freedom, which is not an abstract thing to experience in Berlin. It is really that for half of the Berliners, this was almost a jail, a vast jail, but now they can move freely, and there's a joy combined with that experience. What you feel is they discover every day another open space that they occupy.
You mentioned the idea of the wall in our head. Could you give an example of that?
Yes. When I created this formula in my book, The Wall Jumper, I was convinced that the wall in the head, which at the time wasn't seen, would just be something that was true for one generation, my generation. But it's not that way. We underestimate that kids, the ones who are born after the fall of the wall, and are now 20, 22, they listen to their parents and to their mother and father. And so they have a different view of what happened in '89 than we have. Like it is true for you Americans. North America still sees Civil War different than people in Atlanta. I have seen the museums, there are quite different views of that. That is true for Germany too, and to give you just one example. There's a big discussion still about whether East Germany has been a dictatorship, yes or no. And of course it says something how you feel about your former life. And many from the East say no. This was authoritarian, there was a terrible secret service police, secret police and so forth, but it was not a dictatorship. And I, for one, I'm from the West Side. Of course it was a dictatorship, nothing else.
In your new book, Berlin Now, you describe the reconstruction of Potsdamer Platz. What is its meaning for the development of the city?
Yeah, the meaning is that this was once the most prominent square of the United City in the 20s and 30s. All the action took place there, the 20s and the 40s. And then it was the new face of Berlin. It was a very American architecture that predominated at Potsdam. Then it was totally destroyed. It was empty. There was almost nothing there. And now it has been rebuilt, and there's no open space anymore there. So it is, of course, a symbol of coming back to life. Whether it is a very good example, whether it is a beautiful example, we might discuss.